Hey everybody, welcome to The Fountain. My name is Joshua Hahn and I'm the pastor here. If you're brand new with us this morning, we want to say welcome to you and we're so glad that you've chosen to join with us. Now before we get started this morning, there's just a couple of things we want to make you aware of, and the first is something that we call Connect Cards. Connect Cards are these blue cards that are located directly in front of you, and these cards are very important to our church family. These cards are filled out each week by our church family members, and they give to us a record of your attendance, but they also help us to know if you've made any decisions while you're with us this morning. Second, we want you to be aware of a very important website called yourfountain.info. If you have a smartphone, I want to encourage you to go to .info, and there you will find helpful tools and resources that you will be able to use while you're with us this morning. And finally, should you have any questions, I would encourage you to stop by Connection Point. Connection Point is staffed with volunteers who would love to answer any questions that you may have. Now, before we get started, there is one important announcement that we want you to be aware of, and that is a church-wide picnic and a life groups launch that's happening today. Today, after our second service, we're going to be having a wonderful opportunity to gather together as a church family and enjoy a meal together. This meal is sponsored by Montana Mike's, and it's also a meal in which our church family has brought additional dishes and drinks. And even if you didn't bring anything this morning, I want to encourage you to stick around. There will be plenty of food and drinks for each and every one of you. Now, as we enter into this time, we're also going to be launching our fall life groups session. If you're not familiar with our life groups program, our life groups are groups of individuals, adults, who gather together to study God's Word, to spend time together socializing and also serving with one another. And today begins our fall life group session. In fact, today during our picnic, you're going to have an opportunity to sign up for life groups. And so if you've been thinking about this for a while, I want to encourage you to join a life group today. Throughout this morning, you'll notice that there are a number of people wearing green t-shirts, and that means that they are a part of a life group. And so I want to encourage you to be a part of one as well. Speaking of green t-shirts, apparently I'm not dressed up for this. Hold on a second. Whoosh. That's much better. With those things in mind, church family, it's now time to enter into a time of worship. The band is going to be out here shortly. We're going to have an opportunity to worship Jesus, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And so let's worship Him together this morning well.